Welcome to Thrive Over 40, a podcast where we explore gentle, meaningful changes that can help you feel more grounded, nourished, and supported in everyday life. I'm Amanda Mitchell, Ayurvedic mentor, and I'm here to guide you through simple, real world practices that support your body, mind, and daily rhythm. In each episode, I'll guide you through simple Ayurvedic practices you can actually fit into your real life. We'll explore digestion, hormones, skin health, nervous system support, sleep, daily routines, and the tiny habits that create change and big results over time. Nothing overwhelming, nothing that requires you to overhaul your entire lifestyle, just practical, nurturing shifts that help you come home to yourself. Ayurveda is about gentleness and simplicity. If you're ready to feel more balanced and connected, one simple shift at a time, you're in the right place. Welcome to Thrive Over 40. Hello, and welcome to episode 9. We're going to talk about the nervous system and how you can reset it safely throughout the day. So, some examples of effects of our modern overstimulation are busy minds, constant input, feeling on edge without knowing why. But midlife isn't about fixing, it's about listening. So I invite you to take a slow breath or a brief pause and kind of ground yourself. Deep breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. So, what is our nervous system? I mean, most of us know this from school. It's your nerves. You have your central nervous system down your spinal column, and then you have nerves that kind of work their way out through your extremities. But we're talking specifically about the fight or flight response. A lot of you have probably heard that before. Back in the day, our bodies always had to be on alert for predators, and they were literally life threatening. And the human body had to decide whether to stay and fight or to turn and run. Except today's predators are overcommitment, lack of sleep, stress from relationships or work, too much screen time, not enough sunlight, or exercise and dwelling on things that we can't control. Our nervous system also needs a reboot, just like our phones or tablets. This can be as simple as sitting and humming, or deep breathing for 2 minutes when you're feeling overwhelmed. Going for a short walk to get away and get some blood pumping is another good way to do that. Many mental breaks throughout the day can help battle any overwhelm or overstimulation you may be facing. But rest and digest is where we want to be the majority of the day. And this is where our heart rate is normal, we are calm, and we are mentally grounded. This is where we are taking deep belly breaths and digestion is happening and synapses are taking place normally. This is where you would want to be optimally a good portion of the day. Why many women live in a low level stress state. We tend to be the runners of the household. We tend to be the caregivers of our kids, our spouse, and possibly other family members. And we're getting kids off to school, handling the household tasks, and we may even have a full or part-time job. And in my case, I also run a business or two. And we are usually the last to take care of ourselves. So how does this connect to Ayurveda? A lot of us have a vata imbalance, which equals nervous system overstimulation. Sometimes we need to ask for help, and your family should be able to comply. We don't have to do everything. Sometimes we think we do. In the case of pitta imbalance, we feel we need to control everything around us, and if we don't, things won't get done, things will get done on time, or they won't be done correctly, that kind of stuff. So in the case of a kapha imbalance, we withdraw and retreat within, and we don't want to deal with anything. So the key takeaway here is regulation comes with rhythm, safety, and consistency, not force. So, signs your nervous system needs some support. Some physical signs are restless sleep, tension or tightness, digestive issues. Emotional signs are irritability, anxiety, and overwhelm. Some mental signs are racing thoughts or difficulty falling asleep or focusing. So, your gentle reminder is awareness is the first reset. Knowing how to pinpoint what might be happening for you is going to be a starting point to find out how to correct it. So, some simple grounding practices you can actually do. So, focus on tiny, repeatable practices. So, for instance, your morning, you can ground yourself with a warm beverage like a tea, an herbal tea, and it's stimulating like cinnamon or ginger or chai. Some gentle stretching or seated breathing, setting one intention for the day, or praying, or meditation, or all of the above. Some midday nervous system support. You could make sure your feet are flat on the floor and slowly inhale and exhale for a couple minutes. Pause briefly before your meals, or stepping outside for sunlight or a walk. How many of us do that on our lunch break? I'd wager not very many. And some evening calming rituals, abhyanga, which I've mentioned in pretty much every single episode, which is self massage with oil. You can also just do your hands and your feet. Sometimes that's grounding. Uh, Lower the lighting in your room after sunset, or find some incandescent lights. I know those are few and far between. If you can even find them, those would be ideal. And have a screen free wind down window of at least like half an hour before bedtime. An hour would be ideal. But these small practices done daily matter more than perfect routines. So, some grounding through the body. The body actually calms the mind. Some sensory grounding, staying warm, some soothing touch, like a massage, some favorite scents that you might have. I would recommend diffusing some essential oils that are pure. I wouldn't go to Walmart and get those, but something that's pleasant for your senses. Ayurveda's emphasis is on oil. Warm sesame oil for vata, which is dry skin or feeling flighty or having racing thoughts. Coconut oil is ideal for pitta because we are rash prone. Our skin is a little bit more sensitive. We usually tend to be overheated. And sunflower oil is ideal for kapha to balance naturally heavy, well hydrated skin. Another emphasis would be on warmth, warm food, warm atmosphere. Warmth is comforting and grounding. If you think about winter, especially around Christmas time, that's always like my favorite comfort, because you're indoors, it's snowing outside, you're inside, you're nice and warm, everything's glowing with the Christmas lights. That's my favorite time, and that's what I think of when I think of grounding. um, and then another emphasis would be on routine. Having a routine, especially helpful for vata imbalances. Routine in eating at proper times of day, so 7 a.m., around noon, before 6 p.m. for dinner, and that'll keep your digestive fire going. But don't be so strict on the routine that it's difficult to change. So if you haven't noticed, Ayurveda is all about balance. So I invite you to choose one sensory anchor I just discussed. If you're local to Watoma, I would love to help you with some Ayurveda bodywork. My website is listed in the episode description. So, creating safety in daily life. You want predictability. Predictability equals safety for the nervous system. Some simple rhythms for that is consistent wake and sleep times. Get up around sunrise or 6 a.m. and be in bed and ready for sleep by about 10 p.m. Regular warm, nourishing meals, like I said before, eat breakfast between 6 and 8 a.m., have lunch between 11 a.m. and 1 p.m., and aim for dinner before 6 p.m. And some gentle transitions between tasks. Multitasking has been shown to be more difficult to maintain than just focusing on one task at a time and seeing it through. Starting a task and finishing it to completion will give a sense of accomplishment and a boost to tackle one you may not be too keen on starting in the first place. So, grounding isn't always slowing down, it's stabilizing. So, your gentle reset for the week: choose one grounding practice that I discussed earlier and repeat it every day for at least 7 days. Encourage your curiosity instead of pressure to complete. So be curious about yourself. Pay attention to what your body is telling you. Calm is a skill. Regulation is learnable. Thank you for joining me today on Thrive Over 40. If you're looking to begin your journey, I invite you to download your free Radiance Reset Guide, available on my website, sattvamw.com. It's a great reference to begin your Ayurvedic journey today. Inside, you'll find daily Ayurvedic rituals for hormone balance, natural remedies for menopause symptoms like hot flashes, night sweats, and mood swings, self-care practices for more energy in perimenopause, and simple lifestyle tips for better sleep and a calmer mind. If this episode resonated with you, I invite you to follow the show so you never miss your weekly wellness reset. And feel free to share this with a friend who could use a little extra support. Until next time, take gentle, meaningful care of yourself.